Hello, Stamping friends. It's Marilyn, Stamping Creations with Marilyn, coming to you for my Thursday Night Live, as usual. Coming from Spruce Alberta, Canada. I'd like to welcome you back if you've been here before. I'd like to welcome you. Thank you for joining us if you have never been here before. And please know that you're always welcome to come and join in. So, as you can see on the screen, that kind of gives you an indication of what I'm going to be playing with tonight. But before that, I have some announcements for you as usual, and I am going to bring me on here so you can see I am a real person. And like I say, I'd like to welcome you. I do have a question. Usually, I noticed earlier, Betty on YouTube has already put in, she's from Calgary and there's no wind there. So she knows the routine. I usually ask you, come on, share with others, let us know where you're watching from. And if you have any questions, always put them in the comments. But I usually have a question for you to answer to try and create a conversation. And the two reasons for that: getting to know each other better, as well as I have the program set up to draw for 5 cards at the end of my live each week. And it doesn't matter if you just comment hello, comment where you're watching from, answer the question or anything. As long as you comment, your name will be in that draw. So you don't want to miss out on that because I love to send cards out. And I'd love to share with you that way. So I'm just going to go through my usual classes so I can let you know. You can see my host code at the bottom there. I have a Zoom class with friends on Friday at 1 o'clock, usually taught by somebody else. And we just have a lot of fun and laughter and create. Sometimes it works out really well. Sometimes we kind of don't like what we create, but we keep doing it. We love sharing the time with each other. And I hope that you will join us sometime. It's not a Zoom link that I post publicly, but you can always just message me. I'll put you on the email list and you'll get all the details that way. I have a 12-month of Christmas card class the second Thursday of each month. And again, on Zoom, all of my classes are on Zoom. This one and the monthly card club, which was today, I do send out kits for those, so I can only send them to Canada, but anywhere in Canada. And otherwise, I do have a PDF that you're welcome to purchase if you live somewhere else and would like to do that. So please just let me know. And just for a second here, I will take this away. This is a link where you can find all of my class information, whatever's happening in my Stampin' Up world. So I'd love to have you click on there and keep in touch. So my question tonight, I forgot to give you that already, is I'm just going to switch you back to look at this for a minute, and I'm going to check some comments. My question is, if you saw my post today, it was this or that Thursday, and it said, would you like to go to a winery or like to go to a concert? And majority were winery picks. So my question is, have you been on a winery tour? If so, where was it? And would you go again? So let's create some conversation here and get to know each other. And maybe somewhere along the line we can meet up for a wine tour. I would love to do that. So like I said, just hop on. I can see posts from YouTube as well as Facebook, and some of them I will. If there's questions I'm answering, I will pop them on the screen so that you can see what I'm answering and how come, sort of thing. And otherwise, when we're done tonight, I will go back and answer all your questions and whatever on there. So um, thank you, Betty. Betty on YouTube says, just to let you know, if you join the 12 months of Christmas, by the end of November, you've got all the cards you need and they're all different. So yes, we have a great time in all of those classes. So thanks, Betty, for that. So now I'm going to turn you down to my camera, my desktop, and I see some answers coming in about wine tour. Good. Thank you, Catherine. And everybody, please keep commenting if you've never been, maybe you'd like to. My cousins were just in Kamloops for a 80th birthday, and they took a couple extra days and went on a wine tour around there, and they said it was fantastic. And I've never been to one there, so maybe someday. So on to other things. Stampin' Up! Is got a great promotion happening right now called the Starter Kit Special. So I just want to show you the products that you would get. They're a value of $111.75. I think you should be able to see that, which means you would get all 5 of the new ink pads. You would get 5 of the markers, which I am using tonight, so they're out here anyway. You would get a package of cardstock, and try and lay that so you can see it. You get 20 sheets, so there's 5 colors, so 4 of each, so you've got a good starting point there. And you would get a package of this designer paper, and I'm using that tonight too, so that's why I've got kind of pieces all over the place here. So um, now, Carmen, that's very interesting. I've never heard of something like that. Carmen suggests a wine or a coffee tour. Where would you find a coffee tour, Carmen? Um, that that's interesting. Maybe that's one even better. We could drive to that ourselves, couldn't we, without worrying about um, having a drink of wine and then driving somewhere. I'm just going to go back here because I have a couple of things to show you here. This is about the join special. It's only good till May 31st. So days are passing quickly. I don't know how come they're going so quickly, but they are. So if you're interested at all, you do not have to do anything after you sign up, but you can have a lot of fun with our team. Those of you on our team that are on here, just please comment and let everybody know that we do have a good time with everything we do. So that, and then as of today, this afternoon actually, we got an email telling us that there will be free shipping on May 21st, which is Tuesday, I believe. I didn't even look that up, but I certainly will before I order. Yes, it is Tuesday. So if you have an order, or if you were considering an order like I am, Tuesday would be a great day to do it because there's free shipping. If you do the join package, you get free shipping on the join as well. So lots of great things happening there. So, okay, Carmen's answer was she went on one in Kauai. You were able to taste the fruit from the coffee bean fruit, and it was neat. Learned a lot. That would be very interesting. Put that on your list if you're going to Hawaii. Oh, Pam. Poor Pam. Just put it in order. Yes, that happens quite often to a lot of us that we do that, and then all of a sudden we hear about a free shipping. But can't be helped. We can't change it. So tonight I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to show you what I'm going to use. I'm using this embossing folder, which is huge, as you can see. It's the same size as our plate for the cut and emboss machine. So very, very big. And I didn't, well, I used it on a card front. You'll see. I'm trying to make sure I don't knock everything flying here. This is what I did with it. So it's just part of a card front. And it certainly couldn't use the whole thing, but I think it works well for what I did. I am using this stamp set, Hearts and Hugs, which has animal characters, great words. It also comes with a die, coordinating dies, so it's a bundle. And this is what I've done for my learning sheet, my cheat sheet. So you get dies to cut out each of the animals. You get dies to cut out arch of hearts, plus the little hearts you can use, plus a flower, flower stems. And then you have different flowers there and different flowers there that go on it. Plus you have a word die cut to cut out, which is what I used for these kind of things. So let me show you what I'm going to put together. And at the end, I do have samples of all of the in colors for this. So like I say, keep having questions. If there's someone on here who can answer the question for you, please go ahead. But I will go over all of them afterwards. So I have my card base, which I have made landscape, and I have embossed with that 3D, I lost the name of it already, dotted circles embossing folder. And I have just a white layer that I'm going to put on the inside. And I'm going to do that now because I don't want to lose my pile of papers here. I was mentioning to the ladies in the class today that sometimes it's really beneficial to make a lot of cards at once that are the same, which is what happened in this case. I needed some swap cards for my team, and I decided this is what I was going to use. So as I went through making, I don't know what I did, I think about 12 of them, I changed up how I did a few things. One of them being that I tried liquid glue on the back here first because of an embossing folder. Normally we use liquid glue, and it just wasn't sticking quite right. So I changed to using Terra tape. Worked much better. I need ribbon. So I have matching ribbons. These ribbons are beautiful, soft, could easily tie a bow. But for my purposes, for this card, I cut a piece of ribbon that is just 4 inches long. I turned my greeting over. My greeting I had cut with that die, and I put glue dots on the back of it. Oh, yes, all our terminology, Pam, sometimes it's hard to get used to. EF is embossing folder. I can't think of anything else. DSP, which a lot of people know as designer series paper, but it is. If you want to shorten it, that's what we call it. So just keep those things in mind. And like you're doing, be sure and ask questions. I need my embosser, my silicone sheet. So just give me half a sec. And I will grab it. So what I finally ended up doing with my greeting, because I wanted the greeting on first so I knew where my circle would go, I did this. I put the glue dots on there. Then I took my ribbon and placed it on. Then I added some more glue dots. And I tried this with liquid glue too, and I didn't find it worked very well. So, yes, Gail. Gail has just posted that the free shipping is 11% savings. And it is. It's wonderful. That's for us here in Canada. If you are in the US or other places, I don't know, the percentage would still be the same, 11%, just different dollars because we're dealing with percentages. So that was my first step, was to glue my ribbon to my greeting, and then, I don't know if you saw what I was doing, I'll try and bring it up here so you can see it, there. I placed glue dots, so it's covering or on the ribbon as well as on the greeting in 3 spots, and it seems to have held it well. Then I took it and I placed it on the front of my card and just really burnished it so that it will stick to those bumpies that are on there. Next came this with my tear and tape, and I am going to do another card, so you'll see me do that again. I've only got one that I'm going to color with you because I'm sure that you all know how to color or have attempted it or would like to attempt it on your own. You don't need to watch me doing it. And so what's the consensus? Can somebody tell me on Facebook or on YouTube, whichever one you're on, about picking good places to go on a wine tour or a coffee tour, as Carmen mentioned? I never would have thought of that, Carmen, so thank you. So to use the tear and tape, it's just a matter of putting it down, burnishing it so it sticks to what you're using here, and then taking that layer of paper off. All the dimensions for what I've used here will be in my newsletter tomorrow, so if you're on that, on my list, you will get it. If you're not on my list, be sure and reach out to me, and I can add you there. So I just put it on, and I, again, burnished to make sure that it's up. This is the peach pie, as you probably have guessed, because I'm using the end colors. And I've noticed quite often, if I do something, if I start out, this is 5.5, and this is 5.5, but after I emboss it like this, it shortens it. Have you noticed that with anything you've done? So I'm going to just trim. I have my little dish of pieces here. Just trim that off. It seems to be, and I don't think I cut the paper any different. It just seems that when you use that embossing folder, it shrinks what you're using it on. So let me know if you've had anything like that happen. So then I come to my little mouse, which was a real hit today when I showed the ladies this card. Ines is happy she remembered tonight. Good. I'm happy you did too, Ines. Good to see you. My question was, have you ever been on a wine tour? And if you have, where was it? And would you go again? Okay. For my little mouse, I used our Pretty in Pink to color just a little bit. I wanted his nose, and I haven't seen a mouse for ages, and I hope I don't. I'm not sure if he has pink ears or pink nose, but mine is. So I used the markers for that. Then I used the blends. I've got light smoky slate and dark smoky slate. I took the dark with the bullet end, which is the finer, and I did his tail because it was just something I thought should be the dark. Anywhere where it looks like fur, I just kind of scribbled in like this, all around the edge. I colored his feet and gave him an eye, colored his whisker, more fuzzy along here, and that was it with the dark. Then I took the light one with the brush end because it doesn't take as long to use it, and I colored the rest of him. If you want to do a lot of shading, you can. I am still learning this and tend to just make sure it's colored. I'm not great with shading, but it's better than having a white mouse. I don't know what other color mouse. Maybe some of them are browner, I'm guessing. And then he's got little tiny hands here. Oh, and I meant to stamp. Maybe I can still do that and show you later. I was telling the ladies today that I've seen a card done with the gopher or the hamster, whatever we're going to call him, and it looks like he's holding the words as a sign. So I want to show you how they did that. Ines is concerned. Your comment, Ines? Too bad you can't buy the markers separately like the blends. You can buy them in the color families, and this way with the in colors, they come as a set. But otherwise, you cannot buy them individually anymore. So then what I did on my cards that I did was I colored according to the in color. So on this one, I'm going to use the peach pie and just color the heart with that color. And again, you could use the bullet end or you could use the brush end. It doesn't really matter. I find it so easy to color with these. Either these or the blends, they seem to be the same kind of tip. And just make sure you push them tight to close. I even found when I was working on these number of cards that if you don't close this after you've used it, even for a little bit, and leave it laying on your desk, it kind of builds a film on the end of it. So I started actually putting it back together. So there is my little mouse. I'm going to glue him down on there, and then I can put the rest of the card together. So nothing great about this. These are from the Stylish Dies, which are, I don't have them out here, but the ones with circles, squares, and um, word window kind of things to use. Being circles, you don't have to worry about is it lined up here or there. It's just on the center. For the putting it on, because I've got dimension here already, I'm going to put tiny dimensionals here, mini dimensionals, and just adhesive on here because I don't want it coming off. So, I hope not. Marie is asking if anybody else is getting an echo. I'm using the same system I have for the last 6 months or whatever, and hopefully it hasn't changed, but who knows with Facebook and everything else. I've got my computer sound shut off. I've got what I think is everything okay. Maggie's loving my little mouse. Yes, that seemed to be the consensus today in class, didn't it? So, whoops, don't take the whole dimension off, just the cover. Tiny echo, but not bad. Thanks, Catherine. Um, again, I don't know. I personally, to be honest with you, I don't go back and watch most of my videos just because I don't have time, but also because I don't want to think, oh, I should have done that different or I should have done this different and try to fix it. So, but I have noticed when I watch other people's videos on my iPad, I end up getting either an echo or it stops partway through and I have to restart going to Facebook even. So maybe it's settings somewhere along the line there too. So I'm using in color shimmer gems. They match the in colors, obviously. And for these cards, I just took one of them and put it there. And there is my card. So sound just fine here. Oh, good, Linda. Thank you. Like I say, I don't know what else I could do, but and Facebook is always changing. There was a big thing today on the news, I believe it was, about YouTube changing some things. So I don't know what's happening over there. Maybe something else. So again, just to duplicate what I did on that one, only this one is with, okay, you guys tell me, which one is this? This is the Shy Shamrock. I have my colors here that I have with me all the time, and I really, just by looking, if I don't have the two greens together, I can't figure out which one's which. So the Shy Shamrock. They're both great greens as far as I'm concerned, but so I'm going to put my white piece inside. And Ines is mentioning that, okay. First of all, let's back this up to the sound. Betty says, I think a storm is coming in from the north. It's windy and dark clouds. So sometimes weather does affect the sound for what you're getting. Marie, I know you're not close to us here, but maybe it's something there. And Ines is mentioning DSP is unavailable already. You mean this DSP, Ines? Are you saying this one? I haven't looked recently as to what's not available. But even if it is, it will be back as soon as they can do it. And maybe it'll be back by Tuesday. It's hard to say. I know I had a potential team member wanting a particular bundle that wasn't supposed to be due until May 13th, and I was checking for her quite regularly, and showed up on May 10th. So don't don't be too discouraged. And like I say, we can't do anything other than keep checking. And they don't send you notice when it is back in. Oh, hello, Marie. Here's Marie from North um, Grimshaw area saying that lots of rain over an inch and needed it badly. Good, good. Oh, Ida says it's the journey DSP. Well, yes, and like I said, all of that DSP will come back. So don't be too discouraged. If you're using the tear and tape, either use your fingernail or your bone folder to just make sure it's really stuck on your layer there. Whoops, I didn't do my ribbon. I want to show you something with ribbon. I'll undo that. Um, I'm going to cut my piece here first. Do any of you have trouble? You notice I keep mine together with a pin. That's from my days of sewing. Do you have trouble getting this plastic off when you get a new roll of ribbon? I don't know who showed it, but a long time ago, if you push it up like this, you can see there's just a little bit of the plastic here, and you can get your scissors under it and snip it. And it works wonderful. It doesn't do anything to the ribbon, but there is enough give there to allow you to do that instead of fighting with trying to find the end of it. Just a tip I wanted to share, and left that one undone so that you could see it. Okay, first of all, glue dots. Where did they go? There they are. I use my take your pick tool a lot, and for stuff like this, I find it works really well. So I'm going to take my ribbon, place it on there again. It's almost even on either end. Remember, it's a handmade card. And then I'm going to put my 3 glue dots again, partly on the ribbon, partly on the greeting layer. And then I'm going to put it on my card. So again, just down here at the bottom so that I can, whoops, move it over a little bit. Then I'm going to peel my, and sometimes my nails work and sometimes I need my take your pick tool. And if you have trouble, remember, if you have trouble lining it up on the edge, remember our trick with using the paper trimmer to line it up. I'm going to eyeball this one. Hopefully it's not too bad. Again, burnish those edges, turn it over, and Maggie's been to a winery. This is one of the ones, the Mission Winery, yes. My brother that winters in the soils has been to a number of those wineries out there too. I keep hearing from him. I was surprised when my cousins were telling me what kind of, like, how many wineries there were right around Kamloops. I did not realize that was the case. So this little mouse I've already colored. I'm just going to, and the comment today, Linda's on here, and what she thought when she saw this mouse today was the Christmas mouse. So I can see perhaps us doing 1 or 2 in our Christmas card class that we will have a Christmas mouse for. So again, I'm going to put my mini dimensionals at the top and the bottom. And put that on, and then my glimmer dot and we'll be done that one. So Gail agrees with great wines and Kamloops. So yeah, and it's not that far away really from where we are. Gail a little bit farther from you, but so there. And my choose. Sometimes those are hard to tell, but I think it's this one. And I think green will look good no matter which one it is. Um, so there are my colors, my cards. So now, those are the two I made for tonight. I have the other colors. So you can let me know what color, well, let me know what color is your favorite in the in colors. There is Petunia Pop. And there is the Pretty in Pink. And here is the Summer Splash. Uh, yes, yes, Maggie thinks that most would be good for Christmas too. Good, good. I'll keep that idea in mind, seeing as I have the set. Then I did a swap, and I did this one with the die that cuts out the hearts. I saved the heart pieces and used them there and inside. And then this one I had received from another swap using that same embossing folder, but using the different hearts that, I'll just show you that here again, that come on here. They used these particular hearts. So many options. It's a wonderful set, and I love it. So, Gail, what is it you say, Gail? Whoops. Oh, Sharon's is Summer Splash. I was trying to hit this one of Gail's. Don't know if I can choose a favorite color. The stamp set did not excite me until I see it used. Yeah. Isn't that the way with so many of the stamp sets, Gail? And everybody. I know we've talked about this often in our classes and in lives like this and whatever, that wasn't going to need that until I saw you do something with it. So anyway, they're still there. They will be there. This is something that's in the annual catalog, so it should be around for a year. So thank you for joining me. Now I am going to, um, whoops, I always hit the wrong button. Let me try this again. Share my screen so we can do the draw for the 5 cards. Summer Splash, is that the green? I don't know all the names yet. The one on the left here, Marie, is the Summer Splash. So it is one of the greens, yes. Um, allow this, go over here, and my program tells me that there are 13 of you who have commented. If you're on here and you haven't commented yet, you want to be in the draw, be sure and put something in. Let me know if you're interested in any of the products, or if you're interested in joining my team, or if you just want to say hello. Just pop something in the comments there, and then your name can go in the draw. And I'm going to draw as before. Most of you on here know once your name is drawn, it will not be drawn a second time. Just the way the system works. Delphine, welcome. I did not see your name there before. And please send me your address because I do not believe I have it. And the cards that I send out for these 5 are not all ones that I've made. There were some that I've swapped in these swaps that I do. There's some that I've received as gifts. And I just love sharing them. I love being able to share what we like to do and what we like to make. And I hope you do too. And I hope you use them. I send them out without any writing in them, so you can use them or you can give them to somebody else. Share the wealth. It's just a great hobby, and it gives me lots of things to do while I'm watching the Oilers games. I am hoping that we are going to come out ahead again tonight. I don't know about the rest of you, but It doesn't matter. I'm not, okay, that's my 5 names. So thank you, everyone. And while I come back here, I'm going to show my desktop again because I have the winner of last week's card. What happens with this one, like these two that I made tonight, I'll give one of them away. You'll get to pick which color you want. Next week, I go through all of the comments on YouTube and Facebook that have been made since last week. And I'm I put them in the wheel of names, I believe it's called. It's a program that spins and brings out a name. So this card that I made last week goes to Marie, and you're on here, Marie. So congratulations. So that's why I'm saying if you want to comment, you have a chance of winning a couple times. So hopefully all is good with all of you, and I hope that you'll be back next week. Bring your friends, watch on YouTube, watch on Facebook, and we'll just keep building this community where we are sharing and caring and get to know each other. Take care, everyone. Bye now.